One of our newest launches here at Thoroughbred Diesel has been Kryptonite suspension products. Kryptonite suspension products, the guys are out of California. They do a really good job. High quality products. Started out kind of centering on the Duramax market, and one of their best selling products is their Death Grip tie rods for your Duramaxes. Everybody knows that the tie rods on the Duramaxes are junk, and I really think that Kryptonite has probably got one of the best set of tie rods out there for these trucks. So if you guys are doing any kind of competition with your truck, boosted launches, definitely would suggest taking a look at Kryptonite. So let's show you their packaging. Awesome packaging they're doing here. So let's look at the tie rods themselves. So again, this is a complete assembly here. You're going to get everything you're going to need to replace. You know, some of the guys like to just do tie rod sleeves and use the stock tie rods themselves, inner and outer tie rods. We don't suggest that, and one of the things that Kryptonite talks to you about theirs is a pull-apart test that they had done here, and it may not use the exact terminology here, but let me give you the long and the short of it. 9,000 PSI pressure to separate your stock tie rod setup. It took 21,000 PSI pressure to be able to separate a set of Kryptonite tie rods. That's one thing I think that kind of gives a tip of the hat to not just sleeving your tie rod setup, especially you guys that are banging on them, you know, all the time, racing and truck pulling. Boosted launches, you've got to have these. Now let's talk about the specifics of what you've got here. Let's talk about the grease zerks first off. So you've got double grease zerks on the inner tie rod setup here. This is going to be for accessibility, so you're going to be able to get to that at all times. I really like Kryptonite's boots. You know, a lot of times on these you get a really cheap boot that tears very easily, so you're going to get contaminants that are going to be able to enter into this, which is going to lead to premature wear on that joint. You're not going to have tearing with that boot. You're not going to have tearing with that boot at all. Now let me show you what the insert looks like here. Very good size insert there, threaded insert. You've got a jam nut on this side as well, so you've got really good adjustability with this. So when you're working on alignment, you've got a jam nut on both sides of it, so you can lock that in once it's set up. This center hexagonal section has got Kryptonite's logo laser etched on it. It's 1.25 inches, so you've got really good adjustability. Now on the outer end of it, again, jam nut on this side. Same thing with this. You've got good size threaded rod here. So I'm not going to run that all the way out, but also plenty of adjustability on that. But you can see the thickness of that tie rod, that outer tie rod in there. That is very thick. You're not going to break that. Again, 21,000 pounds of separation pressure there. On the tie rod itself, which is your normal wear point, you have, or on the outer tie rod itself, which is your wear point, you've got another grease zerk on this side, so we can get that greased. Again, really high quality on the boots here. These don't tear, letting contaminants in. The stud itself is a heat-treated chromoly nickel outer stud, so you're going to get good service out of this. And then the all-steel inner ball sockets of this, you're not going to get bad wear out of that. You're going to get good service out of it. So keep them greased. And you guys that are even weekend warriors, just doing a few boosted launches out there on Saturday night, trying to impress the girls or whatnot, or impress the guys, whatever, this is definitely going to be the one for you. You're going to not have to worry about this. You're going to keep everything locked down. This set of tie rods is going to work with a stock center link. If you do an upgraded center link, they have a kit that converts it over to that, to where this can be used with an upgraded center link. So yeah, Kryptonite, our best selling product from them, Death Grip tie rods. You got a Chevrolet, definitely suggest you get a set of these. Got any questions about it, give us a call. Check Kryptonite out on our website. If you got any questions, just hit us up in the comments. Thanks for watching.